Hey, hi, hello, and welcome to Beer Geek. My name is Vinny, and in this channel, I do beer reviews, tech reviews, first impressions, as well as tips and tricks to make you a better creator. I do all of this while having a beer. So we're going to be talking about the Novostella Light, the Floodlight, but before we get to all that, we're going to talk about our feature beer. Our feature beer is a Yingling Golden Pilsner with a 4.7 ABV. So it's got a little bit of alcohol, not so strong, but it's pretty nice. It's a modern style Pilsner with a balance of hop and malt, with a little bit of a smooth and refreshing flavor. And it reminds me a little bit more of like a Corona, like a lighter style Corona. It's a German style beer. It's got a little bit more of a mix of malt and hops. It's mostly a beer from the south or southeast, I would say. You could probably find it up north, but I know for sure that they don't have this out in like California or out west and stuff like that, or maybe the Midwest. If you have it, let me know in the comments, all right? This beer has a base price of $10.49 to about $12 for a 12 pack, and it comes in a bottle, and it also comes in a can. Now there are a lot of different places where you can get this beer. It's mostly a southern to southern eastern beer of the US anyway, and it is a little bit more of lighter beer. It's really good for when you're out in the sun, out like at the lake or something like that, fishing. It's a very, very refreshing beer to have in a hot summer day. So I give it a 3 out of 5 beer mugs. All right? They have 20 watts, 40 watts, 60 watts, and I believe they have an 80-watt version as well. They all come with the remote. The remote has very many functions. You could fade, you can like strobe, you can actually have the light just on static colors, and the colors are actually very well reproduced. So if you want pink, for example, the color is gonna look like pink. A lot of these lights don't have that. A lot of these lights actually have a very different, what's called the Kelvin. It's the way to measure how light is perceived to us, basically. The warmth of the light itself, it's actually very well balanced when it comes to using it, like for example on video or photos per se. Coming from a photography background, I'm actually more keen to using these for photo shoots, for example. Instead of having to bring a big, expensive or like big background, having to set all that up and stuff, all you got to do is have some white background or a light colored background, put the light on there, you turn it on to your desired color, and boom, you have a whole different mood for your photo shoot. There's a bunch of other uses. Obviously you could use them as for parties, like different moods and stuff like that, for weddings, birthday parties. Also, obviously its intended use for outdoor use, for like your backyard, front yard, to illuminate certain trees or stuff like that, is actually very, very good for that as well. Obviously it's intended use, but there are a lot of other uses for this light. So keep it in mind. If you want to get one of these, the link is going to be on the description. You don't necessarily pay any extra, but you help the channel out through the affiliate link if you manage to grab one of these off of Amazon. At the time of my purchase, they were $29.99. They are still $29.99 at Amazon, but right now you never know. price gougers are gonna gouge. You know, they're just gonna do that. So it just happens. It's inevitable. Same thing happened with you know, cameras and stuff like that, or graphics cards and stuff like that as well. So it just ends up happening all the time. So now we're gonna do the pros and the cons, and also, you know, the rating that I give this. The pros are that it's very, very bright. It's actually the 20 watts is more than enough if you're gonna use it for indoors. If you want to illuminate a big area, you might be better off with the 40, 60, or even the possible 80. I'm gonna have to check that for you, and I'm gonna put it on the description if they do have like an 80 watt version, because they do have some really big panels. These are tiny. The versatility, the build quality is actually very good. So those are the pros. The size, the durability, it's actually very manageable. I put it on my my camera backpack or my camera bag, and it's really indispensable piece of gear that you could have for any of your shoots if you do photography, video, or if you just want to illuminate a certain area in your house. The cons are the length of the cable. The cable right here on the back is actually not very long. This is literally, I don't know if you could see the whole thing on here, but it's actually very short. For the use that I have for it, it's actually kind of a hassle, because sometimes you can't really reach certain spots, and you have to have a 3-prong, I believe it's 120 volts outlet. So you have to have one of those strong, sturdy extension cords if you need one, and they don't usually sell those in short lengths. They usually run 15, 20, 30 feet, 50 feet, and you might have to keep that in mind. That might be, I guess, I don't know if you could count that as a second con to the product here. And my verdict for this light is 4 beer mugs for this light, because of all the pros. You get 2 lights in the box for $30. 20 watts does more than enough for what you might need it indoors. Like I said, if you want to do something outdoors, you might be better off getting a higher powered one. And that should do it for us today. If you're new around here and you found this video useful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to support more content like this. Until next time, stay thirsty, my friends.